Rek was just having a mind-boggling game as well. I think he's actually turned out to be the most consistent player here for M80 in the past couple of weeks. The most like impressive, in my opinion, with just he doesn't get a lot of resources, but he makes do with very little. Very valuable player here. So lots of things to work with here for M80, but some hope here for Party Astronauts. Let's jump into Nuke.
Looking forward to seeing what they have cooked up here on this map. PA putting up a hell of a fight on Vertigo, not being able to close things out. Fresh slate here on their own map pick. We got the double dualies for malbs and Swisher. Both rocking with a bit of firepower there. The raid boss setup there. A little mini smoke tossed in early here, but looking to collapse in. Swisher breaking open the vents and going down, making noise as well. It's just a big
back up as well. So those dual Berettas, well, I wouldn't say they're really in position, but now they get into position. malbs also in a little bit of trouble. He'll get taken down as it stands up, but it's maNkz here on the site. There's two. Can he make it more? Support from Slacks helping him out. He gets a third. And just leaving 60 here in the 1v2, but very doable. Now his position's known, so could assemble the crossfire here between maNkz and Rek. But minute on the clock. So mind games could be in play. I think 60 just wants the fights. Man, Rek is going to give it to him. Pistol around to M80.
maNkz in the back of the site. It's actually not the dualies that get anything done, but they're distracting for maNkz to take these long-range duels with the USP. And he's the one that's actually connecting on these kills. So great site defense there coming through from maNkz, able to deliver. And give them a first here. Pistol round converted. Full eco, of course, rolling on in. For PA, they'll just concede this one largely.
Yeah, no bomb plant, but little bits and bobs of utility. 2 HEs and a smoke. I mean, that suggests one thing. That's a squeaky rush. I think
maybe some nades towards Mini go through as well from the position. Look at these two players here. You can see Bentley and 60 both ready to toss it down range. Open for squeaky door.
There we go. Smoke. I think we're going for a vent drop here. Now with the smoke, or maybe blasting through the smoke. I mean, there's a lot of options here with just a little utility. Instead, that one goes into Mini, and we're running through the smoke instead. Oh, Chop did go down the vent. It was just a distraction. I love it.
Smart.
Oh, wait, but hold on. Oh, he's planting too far on the open.
Oh, he got it.
He somehow got it down.
Oh.
malbs, come on. Gotta control the spray. I know you're good with the deagle, but now he'll get some practice in.
Take it easy.
Whoa! There's a second. I mean, you really gotta practice your MP9 spray. I'm just telling you.
That's sick right there. What a cool strat. I mean, very well placed right there. Like you said, a distraction. You could see at the beginning of the round, Chop was kind of asking, give me the bomb, we're ready to roll on out here. He was the one man with the mission there, while meanwhile everyone else was just cannon fodder for him to get down the vent. That's really sick stuff coming through from PA. Just a small little detail there to make the most of little resources.
Making me out with the X-ray. You know, yeah, three nades, $800 for everyone else. Make yourself back. Bentley also, though, starts off with a headshot on a malbs, I believe trying to get aggressive behind his own smoke. He's going to have to call over Slacks to ramp. Even Swisher going down the vents. Heavy investment down to the B site.
Just getting a bit of a gamble rolling here. Just cleared outside with a bit of secret aggression. So now they know that that is free and clear. They're not pushing any further, though. They're worried about a lurk in this direction, this side of the map here, when that isn't really the case. So with this gambled setup here, they're going to have to give a lot of ground over towards the ramp room here. Complete access granted to the T side. They will take full advantage. Perfect identification of the weakness here for PA. They'll take that space, and they're going to look to burn it in towards that B site.
Yeah, we'll see if these players inside of Secret can get on the scene quick enough. Yeah, but that molly just locks you out. 60 gets control of control, but busy spamming the smoke as Rek flies on through it. Now controlling the hands of the CT, they can eyes into the site. Maybe there's a chance now. Our nades utility saturating Rek. He cannot fight from that position. Swisher on 44 might be more inclined to save this AK. Or maybe to stick around later. We'll see. But now with maNkz going down, it's time to head out. Roads paved out to outside through secret. And these guns will be held on to. Party Astronauts will kick off their first gun round.
Put on a real clinic right there. There was an instant decision to be made right there. As soon as they take down malbs early, the patience and the just slow crawl there for PA, they wait quite a bit in lobby, but they don't get punished for it. There was no research from M80 elsewhere. They didn't really press the outside angles. They had 2 players in secret, hoping that maybe there would be players waltzing on in, but I think PA knew where they had that opening pick. They knew that they took down that presence towards ramp, and so why not just abuse that fact? And are able to do so instantly, making that decision to go down towards B with as soon as they take that contact.
Great molly, though. Damage down on a drop, trying to beat the utility. Takes an extra tag and will go down. Chop just ran through every single piece of the utility, took the gauntlet, and down he goes.
A huge relief right there. Oh, and malbs on the fly, able to work that kill on in as well. Viz will hit the tech, doesn't even know what hit him. And now this little 1-2 punch setup here in ramp. Hard to clear that right side angle when you're so focused on where malbs could be for Ben Elite. He's made it down towards secret though.
You even have Slacks, but just as they begin to reposition, just as Slacks leaves the scene, it's going to be a little bit of a ramp execute. malbs sees the flash coming. Oh, has to try and reposition. Plays on the railing. A little awkward. Flash forward here for Slacks. He couldn't get the kill quick enough. He gets chased down by the nade. This is quickly turned around for Party Astronauts.
Capitalizing on some errors right there. Rotations late into the round there. And the 5v3 collapses into a 3v3 and a post plant setup here with a great utility usage. Once again, 60 looking to lock down this position in double doors. It's so awkward, but the smoke is going to cover him. And eventually will get his kill.
Oh, man. Down to 21 HP. If he doesn't get that kill, you think they run through the smoke. maNkz absolutely sidelined as well. And this is going to be a 3 versus 5 absolute turnaround from Party Astronauts.
Wow, what a great recovery right there from PA. As soon as M80 evacuate the ramp, that is when Party Astronauts just roll it on in with the aggression. They couldn't have asked for better timing there. Once again, there's no hesitation in these late B plays here. Rek is going to get a chance to find some exits here, but maybe just going to stay alive here, prioritize his save. He doesn't want to find any kills and ruin his position. Party Astronauts already showing some great work on this T side, having to be resilient in some of these rounds. I mean, that's a really tough way to start into a 4v or a 3v5, and they're able to overcome the odds.
Still a purchase, though, for M80. A glass off for Slack. He sees he has $47.50 in the bank account. He'll quickly spend it. Maybe the last thing that PA expect outside. I wouldn't be prepared for an op. Wisely, he's not even going to fire it off. He's going to keep this information close to his chest.
Quite like that. Silence here is going to be the key here. This purchase is supposed to just surprise PA. Catch him lackadaisical thinking that they are only up against one A1S here. But in reality, they've got a full force buy to deal with here. Included in this mix is an AWP. Will they be able to surprise
missed Walker smoke. Oh no, that smoke missed. That gives Rek angles. He gets information too. Slacks now can reposition down here. I mean, malbs in prime headshot machine territory with Swisher. Like scissors, 2 blades together with Slacks as well. It might not get better than this, but knocked off the line. Swisher thinking about it. Oh, you can't re-swing that. Around down here inside a decon, and there's malbs. His eagle rings out. Can he get a second though? No. Slacks could not connect the shots. And despite the surprise factor here, the stack on the lower site, it's not enough. maNkz is going to save here. And Party Astronauts with 3 in a row.
Right there. I mean, I think you just needed to see one more kill come through. And probably out of Slacks finding the chase. Walked right into his crosshair right there with the op, but you heard it shoot off and it wasn't a connection. But it's going to leave maNkz on a mission to save his rifle once again. And the surprise factor from M80 doesn't pan out. PA just keep on winning. Rifles are in hand. And they do not slow down. Fizz with 2 big entries to recover that ground. And Binley finishes the job on 2. Swisher as well. Again, I mean, excellent pathing coming through right there. Same position, same save. This B site continues to be targeted over and over again. Either a ramp room or down secret. They're able to capitalize on this lower site. Timeout called from M80.
Even then, though, M80 have a lot of chances in every single one of these rounds. Keep in mind, you know, at that 2-2 mark, or rather the 2-1 mark, Party Astronauts won a 3 versus 5. And in that situation, there was the stack in play there for M80. They still gave themselves the best opportunity to actually convert upon that. Even malbs finding a deagle headshot in the mix as well. So it's not necessarily the calling here for M80, but it is the execution. And there have been some missing pieces on that. And I think on the flip side, Party Astronauts, they were missing the calling. They were missing the big planning. But oh boy, were they hitting the shots to back it up.
100%. They've got themselves into a good position here, heading into their own map pick. We're seeing some great death roll on up here from Bentley, 6-2. Delivering a lot of work here on a fragging front, which is right where you want them to be. Swisher will do some damage with that USP, but take much more in return with that well-placed high explosive. The M1S has already rotated down in towards this lower side, so they're banking on the same play. Another target towards that B site, that lower site, once again. But patience throughout the map right now.
He's beginning to work extra space and good patience, but oh boy, there's one malbs deagle headshot. There's his victim, but unfortunately, Swisher, his armorless USP will hit the dirt via the nade. To continue to push up towards Mini, up through secret. Wreck as well gets the flank in through lobby, and oh my goodness, the rifles absolutely open up. It's a full victory with a single saved gun for M80.
Man, Wreck just plays that one so perfectly. That timed aggression inside of Hut. He has a flank in Squeaky right there and catches them with their backs turned. Clueless as to where they could be. I mean, they just had a teammate run through Squeaky, so why on earth would you ever be covering that angle? It buys enough time for the players in secret to flank as well. And again, that's the sort of depth here. I mean, Wreck, he is alone on that A side. He's lost his teammate in Swisher due to 2 AGs, given no help. And he manages to make the best out of the worst of situations.
And now this opening here from M80 is very, very strong. You see Slacks already get himself posted outside, but starting to eat the utility. There's a lot of damage from the grenade. And it's actually going to have to be bailed out by his teammates, feeling the pressure.
Tough utility damage done her early again. Code's been posted up on this new position, waiting for those smokes to fade the whole round, just to be met by another smoke.
Yeah, really good way to deal with the opper there from Party Astronauts. They set their eyes back on towards his ace site, but help from maNkz inside of Mini. Setup is still strong here from M80, and finally the execution is there. A double kill from maNkz inside of Mini, really helping out. Bentley's own, just to try and get these individual creep kills, but it's the IGL who puts it together. A triple kill for maNkz.
Starting to find some stability right there. That A side hold, incredibly clinical right there. Wreck playing in the back of Silo, gets that molly off early and separates the attack right there. Very difficult to crack on through when you only have one prong of approach through squeaky door. It's a bit of a tight choke point towards that A side, so unable to break on through. And we're back to the ecos, but not the sort of ecos where you can do damage with it, right? This is just Glocks. And despite Party Astronaut's consistent success with the lower purchases, I don't think this is going to be one of those rounds that you're really going to be able to work on in.
Yeah, I mean, especially, like, look at the range that the Glocks have to cover. If they had a P250, you see, this, folks, is why you invest $300 in P250. Because everyone could be a threat. Now, that is a 6 smoke. Yeah, well, 2 kills from Swisher, but eventually traded out. A1S run out of bullets, as it usually does, and Slacks is also feeling the pressure. The Glocks drop down the $6,000 kit right here, and there's another, sure here. Plenty of damage up by the Glocks. You have got to be happy with that. Can they get the op? They don't even get the op. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's doing
Losing
good
the
damage.
Glocks.
Just straight up never making things easy on these ecos, on these half-buy situations. They are just scary no matter what. PA putting a scare on M80, and I feel like that has been a theme here. These struggles to close out on rounds that you should be, you know, finishing. I mean, again, we talked about it last map there. What was it? 5 ecos out of Party Astronauts nearly gave them a chance to take it into overtime. And usually if you win 5 ecos, you should be closing things out. So, I mean, it was a credit to M80's success, and they did have an ecos of their own, but right now, just doing excellent damage here. Never letting that CT side economy get too far out of control, even if you string things together.
I mean, look at this. Slacks has to invest $7,000 more because of just an armorless Glock. $0 spent versus 7,000. Again, just massive value coming through from Party Astronauts. You think convert upon it, though. That is the key. You can put M80 on a pretty heavy eco if you win this round convincingly. Malbs. Oh, wow. Risks being taken. Helped out by Slacks, and the bomb gets sent flying forward inside of the trophy room. This round is looking the exact opposite of what I was just talking about. What a spray control there from Swisher. You say it's hard to spray in CS2? Swisher says, nah, I got this.
Really composed stuff right there. And the PwnAlone will be able to put a fight up there, but only one and done. Right, caught with utility out, but no big concern there. Love the setup right there coming through from Slacks and maNkz. Getting very proactive, finding the 1-2 punch and ramp. The spray control from Swisher. A real work of art, a bit of a specialty of his. And they move on up to 6 here, and that's much cleaner right there. As long as you're able to close out. In the very next breath, Slacks getting activated here. Had a tough CT half already, but being able to call some shots right now to lift off in some opening phases is exactly what he needs to do. Build some confidence here.
Of course, Party Astronauts with a history of doing more with the pistols than even with the rifles. Again, like, what, 4 eco round victories on Vertigo? They actually need to keep it up here, or we could see similar scenes. Setting up the utility belts, but Slacks from up top. Chop doesn't even get a chance to move forward, but it's messy inside of the smokes, and we're going to see the bomb get down the vents and onto the B site.
He's off in a post plant here. In the 2v5. Mission accomplished to get some numbers punched in. Make sure that maybe opponent's comfortable with an op. Doing some damage as well for Viz. 60 and a 1v4. Simply going to be arriving a little too late onto the scene here. And you can see he's being covered as well. Tech 9's though better in his hands.
Wait. This gets dangerous. Picking him off the bomb. But Slacks does hit the tripwire shot where necessary to shut down 60. And now it's 7-3. Maybe not the exact damage they wanted, but a bomb plant nevertheless.
Yeah, again, all the tools here. Bentley able to toss an op on over to PwnAlone alongside his 6K still. But there we go. Investments will roll on out here. Party Astronauts want to give themselves a little bit more than 3. CT sides can be super deadly. Especially if we see PwnAlone continue to, or start to do a little bit more damage here in this first half. He's got the right tools right now, but he's going to be met by Slack's aggression right now.
All right. And Swisher also helping out there, winning a straight head-to-head versus 60. And now the last thing you expect is Slacks to be at red. You can see that all the nades, the utility, focused on or towards that side box, while the red swing. Now he is crouched. He does get spotted early, doesn't matter. Hits the swing. Not ready for the follow-up from Chop, who gets a double kill to keep PA in the round.
That's huge right there. Chop gives him a chance. That 1-2 punch again coming through from Slacks, and this time Swisher manufactures beautiful opening success, but they still have to deal with malbs. They should have an idea that he's about towards ramp, and timing doesn't quite favor malbs on the re-up, but eventually will be forced off and lucky to walk away with his life. That headshot from Viz, unable to connect, and a chance to equalize, just barely missed out.
Man, this round is so tenuous. One kill could break everything here for Party Astronauts. Viz needs to beat maNkz. He's holding a huge off angle. It doesn't matter. He wins the fight. 2v2 now. Party Astronauts can go anywhere with this.
Lobby control wisely taken by Rek here. It's the right protocol in this sort of position, but re-aggressing into PwnAlone's op is a bit of a risk. He's going to go and clear out the ramp room, but that's going to leave A vulnerable, and wisely he backs on out, back over towards the hut side of things here. Malb's got B on lock, so there's only one way that they can go, and that's through heaven. That's exactly where he'll be.
There we go. Rek now in position, needs to hit this headshot though, and
got an
he's gonna have to
the
siege control. Yeah, but it's Viz, below HP player, not PwnAlone. It doesn't even touch down. Rek calling for backup though. malbs will make his way back up the vents. In position for a full 2 versus 2. We have PwnAlone though, holding the tripwire line. Now 1v2 for malbs, but oh my god, the wall bangs were so darn close. But without that kill, can malbs even feasibly go for this is the question. 15 more bullets. You see PwnAlone worried about Squeaky now. malbs having to hunt down this kill, now needing to make noise, now realizing that there's just simply no chance. No one is giving him any fights, and it's time to get out of dodge. Viz won't let him, and Party Astronauts will get themselves at least 4.
So calm.
Viz.
Yeah, he does. He gets spinned around there, but so calm coming through from PA in that 2v3 right there. Perfectly played. Counter-Strike rolling on out there. Viz, like you said, slow on HP, but he sticks along up towards heaven. Does not leave his position. Make sure that he thrives in the post-plant. Pwn is going to be sharp as well. And you know he gets into those off angles. He's going to land those easy shots to convert these rounds. Another timeout called here. Party Astronauts could gather their way to 5. This could be a very good half, an effective first half to get them the space.
Just need a little bit more breathing room, to be honest. Like a 7-5 half. Definitely could feel strong about it. And huge individual plays from Party Astronauts that keep them in every single round. This time it's Viz winning that just utterly impactful duel versus maNkz, but now it's fast outside. Very aggressive on the moves, and it's working out. 2 instant kills. Close to a third there. maNkz struggling with the spray. But certain advantage here for Party Astronauts. malbs can't win his duel either. 6, he's got him locked in. 2 versus 4 in front of M80.
Fantastic look. Viz in a really awkward angle, just looking to spot out. He gets the info. And he's maybe just going to call that one over.
Oh, maNkz. I think he's toast.
Yep.
Or no, he's not. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Huge chance now as Rek wins his duel and information on another.
They're going down towards B. They have to quickly. 60 is, but the bomb not so encouraged just yet. That's a bit of a problem here.
Rek does get down. Oh, but
maNkz
I think
Chop.
Yeah, the rotates have been heard is the problem. Chop is just going to go up towards heaven. Now, again, this whole round is so, like, very risky here from Party Astronauts. Like, if there was a single player on the A site, Chop could feasibly go down with the bomb in heaven, which just sounds absolutely terrible. But right now, yeah, it's The positioning is just too good from Party Astronauts. The rotate down from M80 is good enough. We probably are going to see the 7-5 half that I've been talking about. Give it a moment. maNkz will keep us around for just a moment longer, but really strong stuff here from Party Astronauts. We're going to see a backstab here from Chop. 7-5 half for Party Astronauts. They keep it close enough as M80 still in the lead, though.
This chemistry, one look at you and my heart explodes. Just let me be the one you keep. I'll be right here through the hot and cold.
And second half on the way here. Party Astronauts able to stage a bit of a comeback. Some really unlikely rounds, some really impactful duels won. And M80, they are still in the lead, however, despite all of that. So I think Party Astronauts still definitely have a chance. Again, we're seeing so many of these rounds where they have the pieces to put it together. Can they do it here on the pistol to get themselves back established and keep this game close?
See what they can bring to the table here in the second half. If they can keep up that same sort of strength. A little late round pull back there. Late half, I should say, from Party Astronauts. But grab themselves 2 rounds extra. 7-5 is very manageable. Meanwhile, M80 coming through. I've already had some good T-side work being done. They're going to crunch in ramp early. This is aggressive, and this should catch M80 off guard.
You think, but... Malp holding onto it, but first bulleted by 60. There's another. Oh boy, absolutely cleaning through lobby here. Our Party Astronauts, I mean, Rec does not know where to look. And this is just a masterclass pistol round here from Party Astronauts. 60, dual res, collapse, and the finisher. There's a 3K. Coming out from 60. Easy pistol for PA.
You can just see, man. That's 60 so sharp right there. There's a bit of distance in between those CZ shots that he has to land, but rather not CZ, the dually shots, right? But either way, he's just able to instantly drop 2 bodies right there that are watching him. They're covering that aggression and immediately dispatch right there. So easy pistol for PA. It's gonna put them right onto a tight score line here. Glocks, 5 of them rolling on out here. I think we just have some fun jumping parties rolling out here for Rec. He's just bouncing around and spawn at the moment. As they look to do damage. Bait out as much utility as possible. Try and find every little advantage out of the pockets.
Trying to do the same thing that Party Astronauts were able to pull with their Glocks. I think right now, PwnAlone's about to arrive into ramp. It's probably the worst possible timing for a full armorless Glock rush, as it goes just about as expected with 2 MP9s on the scene. All the money farmed up, and an equal score line here on Nuke. We've got a game. We've got a game.
That we do. The Astronauts looking to take it to a 3rd. That would be on Ancient. Have to decide things on. M80 now have the rifles out in play here, up against the bonus. Party Astronauts. They convert on this one. That would set them up for some success here. That would set a statement in the second half. Is maNkz tanks some HP there. Same with Swisher out towards that outer yard in an effort to try and take this fight here. The MP9 long range, it might have a chance versus Swisher, but they're just going to let him get down towards Secret where there's 2 players waiting.
Yeah, I mean, 60 sees the players hurtling at him. He's like, I'm out of here. Ben Lee, you can take these. And it's a little bait setup, honestly. But now, well, he's not quite there for the crossfire. Didn't matter. He does just walk into that MP9. And maybe a little miscommunication here on M80. That's a free kill given over to Party Astronauts.
They get the smoke down. So now there's a rifle picked up, an AK in Ben Leet's hands, and an opening pick manufactured. Now they know that that B site, that lower side, is stacked up with multiple members, but it's being readjusted now. Setting their sights elsewhere here. The defense is shifting quickly off the back of that opening pick. PwnAlone going to be tasked with this MP9 towards the outer yard. And he's going to keep his distance as well.
He gets a dink, though, to follow that one up. And the finisher onto maNkz. So much work done here by PwnAlone. Could he get another? So close, but enough time for 60 to get into position. Drop the bomb. malbs, though, in trouble, but he knows where 2 players are. Unfortunately, 60 gets another kill down here outside, being so reliable for his team. And this reposition, malbs really just can't expect. Already in towards back garage. 20 seconds, he's just going to descend down to the lower site, and I think it's just an advanced way to save Party Astronauts. Individual moments. So much work being done by every player.
The way that you start things off right there between PwnAlone outside and Ben Lee finding the first right there on the Swisher. Look at the reactions here. Look at the instant rotations. I mean, it was before... The rotations were happening before even... the spotting that came through there with the initial MP9 fight towards outer yard. They already had 2 players working their way towards Secret, so I feel like the case here for Party Astronauts has always been the instant decision making here. There has been no hesitation in the calling rolling out here for PA, which is pretty impressive considering that they did just bring these 2 players on in. And again, these are players that they've all worked with before. They've worked with Viz, they've worked with Sexy at points, so there's, you know, no stranger to wielding these players, but the fact that they've been able to pick back into things here and immediately hit the ground running is incredible.
Like, Spec and Grizz are 2 talented players for North American Counter-Strike in general, but you want success now, and right now, it's right in front of you. 60 has been putting in work, picking off Swisher. He does descend down to the lower site, though. All of a sudden, you know, A site looks a little weak, except for the fact that Shop wins his duel. Does eventually go down to Wreck, but still a defense certainly in play as Viz back at the site, locks in 1, a second. The new guys here for Party Astronauts putting in work. And 60 flies back up the vents to at least secure the multi-kill. 9 rounds to PA.
4 on the trot right now. Starting off the second half dominating here, looking to breeze their way to a third if they can keep this up. No troubles just yet, no hesitation. Put on in, this is your chance now here, M80. You're gonna need to have some of those old guard here stepping up right now. maNkz has been delivering here, 17 and 9, playing incredibly well for his squad. Need to see some impact out of Slacks with that AWP entrusted with it.
See right
There's
now,
Rec
because
as
it
well.
starts off... Oh, that starts off well for Rec. He's even looking to drop down into Mini immediately. Surprise, 60. That's actually maNkz from the top of Mini. 3 versus 5. But the A site is still very much stacked up with defense. You have to test other parts of the map. You see Viz getting activated. It turns back around. Another 3 versus 5 potential for Party Astronauts. Now, of course, M80 will take this liberty. They'll take the space down to the lower site, but player numbers equal.
Rec has to path his way to try and surprise here, to try and cut off rotations. Pwn is going to try and meet him at the brunt, but will just make his way down the fence. So Pwn has a little bit of an interesting position right now. Door's not swung open yet.
I don't realize this. They don't even realize this is possible. PwnAlone is going to get himself to single door with an op. It's about to be a massive surprise here for whoever on the site. As Slack saw, he meets his maker. Fortunately, Rex does deal with Rec, and an excellent shot out of Swisher, making sure this round stays intact here for M80. Swisher will get that bomb plant, and Benley missed his chance to stop Rec from going down the vents. Very tough 1v2 ahead of him.
Yeah, just snuck his way down there. Benley could have had a chance to isolate it into a 1v1, but still has to work versus 2 here. Swisher and Rec combining their efforts to try and close this one out and stomp the momentum of PA.
That's, Swisher, excellent swing. Great headshots all around, denying PwnAlone the multi-kill he was seeking from that single door. They'll bounce back in it with at least one, and the money is everywhere here for Party Astronauts. Tons of cash available for 60, but outside of that, yeah, that's going to call in a timeout for Party Astronauts.
3 of 3 utilized here, so constantly calling in those timeouts. Don't have any more of those afforded to them here for the remainder of this matchup. At least until overtime hits, they will get an extra one there. Having a chance to get Wyathan involved. Coaching this project for a little while here. Probably a large part of the reason why they brought up some of those newer prospects here is Wyathan does have some history with Spec. Over in the Davenport projects and the like, so...
You know, I kind of miss that Spec from back in the day.
The Boulder?
The Boulder as he went by. Still definitely a solid player, but of course, you know, we've seen the work that 60 and Biz are able to put in. Lots of impact, lots of efficiency. And here is 60 yet again.
This is a tough angle. He's covering so much space for his team right now. He can take first contact, and it's not a position you'd expect.
Yeah, this outside position is so stacked up here by Party Astronauts. It's a miracle that M80 are actually fighting back. A 1-for-1, but an excellent flash. PwnAlone, though, unable to strike. Players not out in the open. Playing very safe here are M80. They get out of dodge. Both teams do somehow. It's still a 4v4.
Oh, it's only a 4v4 here. Non-stop aggression. Fights from the CT side met with equal and opposite force here from M80, but with all that control established there and found out by M80 towards that outer yard, now they know there's some weakness in the map, and they've already capitalized on some of that weakness over towards the ramp room here. PwnAlone is going to re-aggress up the ramp side of things. He could be walking into an army.
Oh, and he just sideswipes him. He didn't even realize what was in front of him. So down to the B site, but rotations are already here. Benley speeding into control with 60, ready to swing the double doors. A perfect timing on this. Could not find the double, however. And Chop Could be in for a rough one. Door's still open, though. Fights available. Lots of footsteps being made as well. Oh, but slams the door shut in his face. Opens it back up, but Swisher is covering. In time, a 3K here for Swisher. He's starting to wake up in this server. Score's equal now.
All tied up here at 9-9, but the money has collapsed here from PA. Very solid work being brought out right there from M80. Once they spot out that aggression, you saw the instant reaction between Slacks and maLbsMd actually to take that space over towards that ramp room, and that, I think, helped out a lot in their winning that round. Party Astronauts, though, still incredibly quick on the rotations. The fact that they had 3 players close by on that B-side play before the bomb even went down, there was some real opportunity to even still pull that back when they were in the 3v4.
Yeah,
That
but
trend
M80,
stays true.
you know, they're a contender team. They're a very difficult team, and that's why they're starting to gain this reputation here in North America. They have yet to drop a map since adding Slacks. Of course, not necessarily an insane stat with the amount of maps that they've played, but you know, there's gonna be a counter. When will they lose their first map?
Right. They made it all the way through the open qualifiers. Toughest team they did have to take on was Might there to lock
Double
their
OT.
position on in. And you know what? Might put up a good fight. They're an advanced roster with a lot of ECL presence. But I mean, something you mentioned was that they had a couple opportunities where I think Classic kind of took over the game. And even despite that fact, they had enough firepower, they had enough response and resilience to close out that open qualifier in 2-0. So right now here, you're seeing that same force, right? We're seeing 60 take a lot of initiative, seeing a lot of impact out of Pwn. These players are difficult to deal with here, but M80 are still navigating.
No off for PwnAlone to work with in this round. Slacks is in control outside. A very quiet round across the map. They're hoping to draw some sort of re-aggression out of Party Astronauts, but patient on the play here on the CT side.
Going to be still super patient here. Now they've got that Swisher presence already down in towards Secret. Valuable real estate taken, and Swisher going to take even more. Running past the molly, disrespecting that utility here to prioritize some space. He is getting a lot of rotations on in. This is exactly what he needs to do, is distract.
Excellent work. He's drawn a ramp player down, and there's only 2 players on this upper site. This is the exact situation that M80 wanted. Now, 60 is providing support, at least from outside, but he eats the flash. He's suppressed. Spotted out. He goes back in for the fight and almost takes it, but that kill on the PwnAlone. That one should seal this round. 60. Oh, that HE is going to strike true. He's done. Right on the money. And Bentley in a 1v3. I mean, he's dead broke if he goes down. There's nothing to fight with here for Party Astronauts. He's going to give it a try, and oh my goodness, the gap. But not good enough. Slack starting to hit shots as well. 11 rounds to M80. They're looking to advance forward in this bracket.
Taking full control right now. Constantly successful right there. Swisher able to just create so much chaos. That Molotov, but then running through the Molotov, you can see instantly Pwn decides he wants to rotate on down. And Swisher able to make it inside the vents to be a prong in that approach. So he's not only taking that space and causing rotations, but also is a part of the execute in some form or fashion, distracting the players on A even further. A devastating round. Great space creation there from Swisher.
And I mean, Party Astros. Oh no, Maltz is in trouble. He recovers from the flash though. It's in time. Now he knows, oh, we got people on the roof. They're coming to our spawn. And oh, it's a little problematic. It is a little problematic until malbsMd can't recover his spray either, but he ended up getting yeah, he got a 3rd kill in there, so I guess it's good enough.
Not a bad bit of default in there from him. maNkz not so fortunate here. 8K retrieve for Pwn, but 60 has to find himself something here.
He almost does. Slacks was looking the wrong way. Dink from the 5-7, not enough though. And it's time to back away. I mean, 17 HP. It's like, I got cash to buy next round, but yeah, he's gonna save. M80 closing this half down. I mean, this is a team that wants to go international, that wants to be that kind of third North American organization in that international circuit. Favorites in this Atlanta bracket. And honestly, like a real opportunity for this org to rep on home soil. This is what, you know, they're kind of here to do. They're here to put NACS back on the map. Many organizations have entered North American Counter-Strike with that promise. M80 are looking to fulfill it.
And I'll just say alongside that, right, as I think this team is become now ambitious enough to start qualifying for these majors. I think that's why they brought Slacks on in as well. Is that they're setting themselves up, giving themselves time to prepare themselves for a potential major run for this team here. With the way things are shaping up in NA, there's some tough competition. South American teams are shuffling all around to try and, you know, get the same results here. But you mentioned it here, these rosters in the running to be that third team, start locking in some really cool international runs. Fast going to try and finish things.
We're grouping up and kind of players out of position. We're going to break the smoke. Slacks to do it. Forward we go. A lot of nade damage, unfortunately, to the teammates, too, so it doesn't help out. But Swisher able to provide distraction outside, and positions are actually still pretty solid here for Party Astronauts, but a 4-on-4 nevertheless.
Will take that space and ramp successfully, but like you said, sacrificing some HP. Pwn will walk right into Slacks up. Exactly what he wanted to steady himself for. Getting that deep position right now, and now the man advantage maintained here from M80, and they still control all this ramp side, and they're taking more ground here towards that outer yard. And maNkz taking such a risk here.
PwnAlone was the one piece tying together this whole defense, but now M80 could theoretically be anywhere.
Oh boy.
But just above him, 60, he
my
doesn't
God.
look up. Is he going to go up the ladder is the question. You might not recognize that they're already up there, but he has a backstab on a maNkz, who's not watching. 60, that's a free kill. That's him clearing out the A site. Now they know it's coming down to the lower site. BenLeet. Only good for the one, but maybe that's good enough. Buys time. Viz in from single door.
Has to trust Slacks.
Pray for the plant. Misses the shot, but the plant is still in, but another shot misses. Slacks. The op shots just cannot hit. Baiting the shadow too.
Oh.
And no connections here from Slacks. I mean, that just locks it in. There's just no going for this 27 HP. He'll give it a whirl. He has infinite money, but 60 just sticks to defuse. And man, tough beats here. Slacks could not hit anything. Party Astronauts walk onto the site, defuse, and get out.
Yeah, just not unable to connect on those tripwires again. I mean, something he hasn't really struggled with. I'll say here, and rolling out those shots, just not able to connect on a majority of them. Just opportunity to close out right there. And again, Slacks is playing on NA ping. Check that in the open qualifier. So he is in North America, just not able to convert. So the easiest opportunity found out just yet, but M80 looking to manufacture more opportunities in the future here.
Yeah, gotta get used to playing against disrespect here, Slacks. Here in North America. Welcome to NA, say PA. Can they do enough to force an overtime? Smoke down. Oh, you're in trouble here. 60 battling behind the unbreakable box. And now it's going down towards his lower site. Double setup in play, and PwnAlone picks one, gets out of dodge. BenLeet as well, covering the retreat. But now it's starting to get awkward. BenLeet stares into the flash, but there's no trade fragger. Things just get even more difficult. PwnAlone looks to establish himself back on the angle, and he does. Wreck falls next. BenLeet picks up the sticks as well. Slacks walks forward, though, and does deliver one. Needs the Tech 9, but not enough. PwnAlone, the disrespect, the bomb on the ground, and a 1v2 for malbs.
Only 23 HP to do it as well. Pwn wisely repositioning here to help out with 60.
And that's that. Every round of regulation required. Party Astronauts, they're not playing EU Counter-Strike here. They're playing scrappy. They're playing for picks. And they're playing for themselves. And PwnAlone takes full advantage of that. Last round of regulation here. Still a buy for M80, but Party Astronauts playing their style.
Getting the job done right there. Re-peeking right there with the pistol out. And we'll be able to bring some of that success right there. We're gonna get those AKs on out. And a nice little one tap there. Slack sidelined early. Did not register that 60 was right underneath him. I think he was watching that headshot angle instead. And 60 wants more. He's gonna tap another one out. maNkz falls. And an immediate 3v5 to try and take it into OT. Oh, look at Swisher.
Huge timing. Huge timing hit here, though. And
here's him.
Gonna take his sweet time with it. He hears the player above him. And he's gonna take out the ramp. He's gonna take out the ramp anchor here. He hears
trying to figure out a way to get
he has to be aware. I mean, you'd have to think, oh, Ben Leet down early. And look at this. He hears a player go up towards heaven. Now we know. Now we know.
Opponent's position.
Yeah, it's just out of the reach, just out of the eyes of Swisher. Is he going to check in towards Trophy Room is the big question. There's even backup coming. 60's going to go down easy here. Surprise! Now, PwnAlone, he's not even going to turn around is the thing here. PwnAlone is here to fight. Is he going to get another? No. Rec will sideline him. 2 versus 2.
Already down in towards lower right now. It's already a good position for Chop. He's going to have to offer up some resistance in the double door.
Correct. Gonna drop down. Swisher, is he covering? No. Just gonna be the digit straight up. Straight in. Rec, though, trying to reposition, not respecting Chop's potential angles. Now it's Swisher, though, and an instant first, but not the second. Chop barrel stuffed him for overtime between PA and M80.
Just couldn't quite steady his aim in time right there. Chop going to be able to close things out. Both kills right there. And the 2v2 finishing the job here for Party Astronauts and giving themselves a chance here in this series. Tied up at 12 all. They were able to gather themselves to the ground. Couldn't quite do it on Vertigo, but able to get the job done here now. That has to be such a relief right there. A chance to take it into the third now that they are on a fresh, clean slate.
Still a chance to keep their heads above the water here. Party Astronauts.
Oh my
60
god.
is just doing it for him right now. Another opening kill for him. And he's gonna swing into the molly. At least he was thinking about it. This guy is relentless.
That is just wild right there. 60 dictating the pace of this one right now. Taking those fights with pure confidence. But when it's snuck through again, Swisher is so good on these timings. He catches one inside the smoke. What did he even see there? Chop's barrel is all the vision he needs.
And now Viz is in so much trouble. Party Astronauts are hugely out of position right now. Swisher doesn't need to be wary of outside. He knows 60 is present. Oh my goodness, Swisher. He deletes PwnAlone on the line. And now 60, Viz in trouble. But 60 finds another double kill in between.
He's clear.
malbs will go down to the lower site. But he's going to be pinned in. He's going to have no room to breathe here. Ben Leet, nade down, almost finishes the job on its own. And malbs in so much trouble. 60 basically needs to go run and shoot him, and he does. A 4K out of this guy.
Again, man. Talk about a player taking over the game. Right now it's 60, finding so much success. Out-of-yard fights are his domain right now. He is leaving them with nothing. Swisher's trying his best to fight back. It's a battle of the titans when it comes to these two players towards the outer yard. Swisher and 60 duking it out right now for the prize in this second map, but right now 60 able to put his team in a better position despite Swisher's efforts.
60's just in full control of outside right now. And M80 just have not found a way to just deal with him. Like 60 is one of those players. I said it, map number 1. Predictably unpredictable with his play style. But only he knows how to manage his own chaos. 22 and 16 and absolutely hauling it here for PA.
No question about it, man. Doing such great work. To extend even more favor. Look at him. Once again, out of yard. Taking the same old fights. And he's been winning every step of the way. He might be tested here once again. Smokes are going to force him a little bit further back. This time, it's M80 trying to throw everything in the kitchen sink to make sure he does not succeed early. Has a chance versus maNkz, though.
But 60 does not get an angle onto him. Instead, 60 thunder stomping. Definitely has been hurt here. Slacks just pulls out nades and he gets the lead at 60. He's on fire right now. Can Swisher follow that one up? Can Swisher do one better? No. Instead, it will be maNkz to put down the beast.
That's huge right there. What a trade. Absolute force to be reckoned with here. Waiting for the re-aggression one, but not the second expected. Shop gonna put things down and put the man advantage in PA.
Swisher, he's also going to make moves. He's going to take the initiative here, but met with a smoke. No lines given to him into the site.
This off angle deadly right now. maNkz is going to walk into it, but there's no way he's clearing this.
Right. Especially with an op, it just feels impossible. But hold on, a timing starts to open up here for Swisher. And, I mean, hey, Bentley leaves. maNkz is clearing this. Procedurally, he lands the tag. He can call in Swisher for maybe some backup. Now that he knows, Chop is inside of Hut. Lots of wall bangs. And maNkz even recognizes this possibility. Swisher gets Chop. Now maNkz, is he gonna clear him? He does! maNkz, he doesn't stop. PwnAlone, he does get up the vents though. 10 seconds, nearly a collateral. maNkz is gonna just set down the bomb. Pwn, hoping that he makes it, but right between the gap. PwnAlone keeps this game going. Party Astronaut can't let go.
I didn't even know you could get vision there.
Oh my god.
He sees him just enough to take it down. I thought that collateral was going to line up for Pwn. I thought he was going to finish it the easy way, but lets the bomb slip across there. Just manages to find a pixel. And Party Astronauts, despite maNkz's best efforts, man, wielding this op to full effect, is not going to be quite enough in the end.
Party Astronauts have found every single disadvantaged situation and found ways to make it competitive. Not only that, but win it. Now this game ain't over yet. We're still in overtime, and 60, I think, might have his wings clipped. Down to 8 HP to start this one off. And no opening kill here for Party Astronauts. No easy openers for them.
Swisher taking a lot of damage here to get across the line right there. But he's able to take his space in towards Secret. He's been such an effective space creator for his team so far. The positions he's found himself in have won M80 rounds. And they're going to try it again here. He might go up the vents. The first is found by Viz instead.
Oh, and he survives as well. He survives the initial engagement. Viz staying in it. But at the end of the day, it's capped off 2 kills. And that was the whole defense of the A side. It was very weak here. Can they pull off a retake here? Party Astronauts.
Only 8 HP for 60 to operate with right now. This is going to be a difficult retake with the post plants being strong from M80. They're waiting for the collapse. They got to make their way up the vents as well.
And maNkz dodges out the initial flash. Slack's holding the cross, and there you go. He nails the tripwire. Swisher also finds PwnAlone. 68 HP. Goes down to a single bullet. So M80 will stop the flawless sweep here from Party Astronauts. You have to wonder, can they replicate this on T-side?
Man, oh man. What a game so far, man. One round. Rolling on out there from M80 to stop that sweep. Absolutely necessary. Viz with a really nice attempt, but once those trades come through, like you said, that site left a little bit weakened. So they're able to grab themselves a 13th here, but they need a little bit more. They need that CT side dominance. We had a string of rounds there, but I feel like towards the tail end of regulation, Party Astronauts started to figure out the best ways to work on their T side, and with the way that 60 is playing right now, If he's heading out towards that outer yard, man, it's not going to be easy to take care of him.
Yeah, they don't call him Dan Wu for nothing. Let's see if he can keep it up. Yeah, I mean, when 60 is brimming with confidence, it's a very tough player to deal with. And you betcha he's going to be back outside on the brawl, on the play. We'll see. We're just waiting here for the side swap. M80 get to start off their CT side campaign, and I think Slacks was kind of the missing piece to which could have made that whole game just a much bigger blowout of a half. He was only 7-5 after the first 12. But, you know, starting to string things together, starting to at least land some shots, get some confidence underneath him, hit shots when necessary. So far, PwnAlone has been the better operator in the server.
Yeah, no question. I mean, not an incredible surprise here when Pwn hops onto the CG side of Nuke, right? Guy can deliver in stride. Was able to take so much space for his team. Was able to deliver so much success. Had the 1v2 clutch in overtime as well.
"30-year-old talent versus the German superstar. And one of them sitting at 21 kills. 1v2 clutching up. Again, supposed to be the new boys on the block. Here's the old guard. And so we wait.
Oh, there we go.
I think we're just getting a little tech restart here on the half, but it seems like we're getting ready to go as we got all the players buying up. 12.5k OT, by the way. Might not matter here, but those CT sides can get a bit precarious if they go south. But if they go south, it's going to be M80 losing the map.
No question. Still wait on everything to get sorted, but all that being said, a lot of pressure going to be placed on M80 here to continue to deliver on that CT side. Again, I mean, I'm still questioning whether or not we're going to gather that same sort of CT side depth. We saw some strings of rounds. I believe we've got ourselves a bit of an unfortunate timing. I do see Swisher back in the server, though. He just joined in. He just popped back in. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to get good here. And Golden to kick things off once again.
Yeah, I mean, been really impactful. Why am I seeing Famai being purchased up here? What? Nah. We might be in a little bit more of an extended technical pause.
Maybe trying to figure out if he's lagging or not.
Yeah, we'll probably have to toss this one off to a little bit of a break as...
Ooh.
Or?
That gives me hope.
Yeah, it gives me hope every time. Make the call, Cole.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think we're going to get back into this.
Should be starting soon, okay. Just testing out to see if everything's working there. I think he bought up a FAMAS and Scout to make sure he wasn't lagging. But we should be golden. We see the purchases rolling on out. The time expires.
There we
back
go.
Into the action. Here we go. Second half of overtime. Rolling out here. Party Astronaut to put themselves in a position to try and close out the mission. Will M80 stand against them here to try and finish in 2?
World 60 just continued the absolute run of form that he had in the end of regulation and to kick off overtime. It's a different side and a different team. Looks like we're gravitating towards ramp very early on with the bomb and a lot of folks in tow. And guess who's on the scene? Slacks in position.
Perfect spot right now to deliver here to start to close things out for M80, but he just has to connect on these shots.
He gets the first, 60 down. Heavy hitter hits the dirt. Slacks cannot connect the rest, and he's being hunted down by Chop. Relentless. No respect. And it's quickly back into the 4v4 and a B site available for Party Astronauts.
Absolutely fierce right there coming through from Party Astronauts, but the rotations arriving onto the scene. They're ready to collapse in on this play here, but the double door swing alongside the pressure from Control collapses M80 here. But there's a refight effort here from Rec alongside malbs that are looking to recover this ground.
PwnAlone will be able to get the plant. Like, there's... You don't want to save this here if you're M80. Like, a 2v3 is very possible, very doable. Nothing connecting through the smoke here for Rec. But now with double ops in position to hold every angle of this retake, it's going to have to take a missed shot. It's going to have to take a mistake here from Party Astronauts to let this one slip. Flashbang, though. It's good, but that's a collateral from benLeet. That's maybe better. However, PwnAlone does fall. There is that missed shot we were talking about, but there's one more player on the site. He goes down, and hold on, this defuse is not planning for him. He's going for the stick, but he spots ahead. He takes the initiative. benLeet gets it in. Map point for Party Astronauts.
Oh, the smile on their face there. Like to make it interesting right there, but denied at the bitter end right there. benLeet not allowing for passage right there. We are going to see themselves put on map point. Party Astronauts looking to take it to a third right here, right now. One step away. There's no hesitation.
You just see the no respect play style here from Party Astronauts absolutely pay off. Slacks, he's not used to that kind of chase going down. You're hoping, you're thinking they would fear for their lives at least. But Chop sure doesn't. Hold on, this push from Malb is excellent. That's the bomb. That's the bomb down in lobby, and Rec even gets a double kill. Top hut. We might have extras in this one. We're gonna head to the final round of single overtime here, unless Viz has something else to say, which he sure as hell doesn't. 1v4 for Chop. But this map still has more to give potentially.
Absolutely. Close things out right there. M80. They throw that right back in their face there. And there you go. There's that overtime pause coming out there from the side of Party Astronauts. Have used all three in regulation, but they get one extra in overtime. Two opportunities to finish the job here for PA. But M80 throw disrespect right back in their face. CT aggression works out for them. That's confidence building, but they still need to find one more.
PA got the bye. But M80 still showing that they got some bite in them. I can't predict anything at this stage of the game.
Wild affair so far. Nothing too incredibly quick here, but a lot of utility dispensed early by Party Astronauts to threaten. To put a scare on the malbs again with the CT side aggression backed up by Slacks here. This 1-2 punch has worked out well, but it looks like a fast A execution on the re-up.
We're going through. We're going through the smoke. Viz flying through. First contact. Rec unable to double up. maNkz, the one person who can follow up, but the flank does not work out for malbs. He's cleared. Nade onto the planter, but there's no kills to back it up, and Slacks misses the shot. He has to pull off a 1v3, but Cole, I think Ancient is where we're going to be landing after this.
Not a chance here for Slacks to get through this one. They all know where he is, and the utility follows up here. Flashed off, smoked off, everything in the kitchen sink thrown at Slacks here. PA looking to finish the job right here, right now. Chop will seal it in. 4K for him. Not the first time he has delivered here for Party Astronauts. But here in map number 2, they're able to get the job done here and take it to Ancient.
That is, I mean, just an incredible show of individual skill and just resiliency. You know...